Hey, gamer guy. I'm gonna wait a couple of minutes, see if anyone comes in. How are you? Why are you giving me those eyeballs? It wasn't me. Be a good girl, Monk. As soon as I get ready to go live, um, Iconic and I were digging a little bit, and we were on Facebook. I didn't even realize that I was late because of the fact it's her fault. So we start digging into Michael Phelps's brother and sister-in-law gamer, and she has a mutual friend on Facebook. I mean, you cannot make this up. I see you. Can't make it up. I couldn't believe it. Imagine you have a Facebook friend with James Phelps's sister-in-law. Hey, Kaz. Kaz, I am in the process of getting the Melissa Caddick onto my computer. But the Spotlight 7 is being rude. And guys, did you two gamer have you listened to the first chapters yet of Lullaby? Hey GB by Chuck Palahniuk. Let me drop the link for that. Yeah, gamer guy, you should. Let me grab the link real quick. I have it unlisted because tomorrow night is chapters 5 through 12, and as I was recording it, I kept like not wanting to listen to it, but of course, it kept popping into my brain, and that book takes a real weird twist. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm really excited to listen to it. Yeah, Kaz, I can log in and the video starts and everything is good, and then either it loads right away or it keeps freezing. And then they said that they're having a problem with their site to check back, and I'm like, yeah, go figure. Okay, so here is the link to part chapters 1 through 5, and you just have to listen to it in Audible. Oh, yeah, I can get in, Kaz. I put my VPN in Australia, and I signed up with some, I don't know, 2021 passcode or zip code, and it took everything. But the video kept freezing. Hey, 59 Jace. Oh, you're from Australia. Yeah, we love Melissa Caddick. She's my hero. I'm only kidding. I'm waiting for Iconic. Hey, Merrick. Hey, Benton. It's okay, Kaz. I bet it was good. I can see the whole video. It's just having a hard time loading. But I'll get it if I have to go fly to Australia for the week. So, did you hear what I said, Kaz? We've been digging like Missouri and all of this crazy stuff. Hey, Angel. And Iconic has a mutual Facebook friend with James Phelps' brother's wife. You can't make it up. How are you, Benson? So, what did you guys think about Ethan Waters being caught out in the Carlton Reserve? That was kind of weird, huh? Makes you wonder if he actually saw Brian at all. Yes, Angel. James's brother, I think his name is Charles. We got some really crazy information, guys. And then I mapped out like all of their addresses. Oh, there's another one that's involved that used to live at 386 Moon Valley, and he's another weirdo. Yes, that's her. They have a Facebook friend. I was like, what? And then I think she actually tried to add James's sister-in-law since they had a Facebook friend. 59J says, well, it proves they can hide out to me. Yeah, that was a little strange, all that manpower, and that's what came out of all of that. Good old Doug, huh? Benton says, what I was thinking, it's probably his sister's husband hiding him. I don't know. I still think that he's no longer with us. I don't know why I think that. Yeah, we've been digging all night in Missouri, and people that live there and people who don't live there, and the controlled fires and them putting him off, and yeah, something is really strange about good old Phelps boy. I agree. JLNC Mama. Hey Pez. I agree he's dead. Yeah, I don't know why. I just think he's dead. Or his friends. I think somebody would have tried to stop the madness already. Or maybe we would have seen like a more recent sighting of him. I just don't feel like he's here anymore. Because today the only thing that really happened were the protesters, right? Benson says, nah, he isn't dead. They would have found a something. They might still find something. That's some, hey, Carpe, that's some serious terrain out there. They might find some clothing, maybe an elf ear. I'm only kidding. So, guys, honestly, if you didn't catch part one, hey, H Bird. H Bird, we're going to do the book tomorrow night. Okay, I don't see you. Are you coming in the studio, girl? Stop. That, her and that damn McRib or his shoe. I feel so bad about all of the mean things I said about Anthony Coletti. I didn't really say mean things, but now I kind of feel bad for him. Oh, that's right. She's taking care of her children for bedtime. Okay, H Bird. Okay, hun. What did I say? Pamala. Hello. Wait a second. Let me see what Pamala's saying. Just want to say thank you for covering. This is my cuz. Cassidy Rainwater is your cousin? This is so hard to comprehend. This, please keep our family in your prayers. Wow. I'm sorry, Pamela. Yeah, there's some creepy stuff going on. I would like to know how Cassidy knew Tim Norton or James Phelps. Like, how did she end up on that crazy? Wow, Pamela, wow, I'm sorry. I hope you get answers first. I mean, fast. Horrible. How many children does she have, Pam, besides the boy that her and Ben put up for adoption? I agree, J and J, and he's got to be getting food. You can only eat so many worms inside of the lily pads and survive. Yeah, Pam, I'm truly sorry. This one's a heartbreaker. There you go, H Bird. The little gator. Oh, he's so cute. I'm waiting to see if she. I think because we keep hearing that she had the 16-year-old boy, and then she had another child, but then we only see another child, and then we hear children. So we're just trying to figure out how many children Cassidy had. Yeah, it's horrible. I think there's more people involved, Pam. Oh, there's four now. Yeah, stick around. See if we have some information right because we've been digging for a while. And how those controlled fires, like it's just amazing how every structure burns, but nothing burned in between the structures. Trip wires. Oh, she has four. I missed that. Thank you, H Bird. So she has the adopted boy, and then she has three others. Okay. Horrible.
Oop. Hey,
So Cassidy has four children. Hey,
four.
girl.
Thank
Pam is
you.
Cassidy's cousin.
I saw that in the comments. I am so sorry for everything you're going through. I can't even imagine.
Right? So tell them about the Facebook thing real quick. Maybe she knows the
Oh
connection
man,
with Charles and James.
you ever get the anxiety shakes?
Pam, do you know? And I don't want you to. Yeah, right. I don't want you to say anything that you can at all. But do you know how Cassidy ended up at James Phelps's house? Like, did she know him, or Hummingbird needs an Epsom salt bath? Yeah, that's crazy, girl.
Yeah, so I found some
She said
people in the
there's
family.
a total of four.
I only knew about two.
She said there's four people involved. And how many people?
Oh,
Well, one of the people we found,
well,
unfortunately, is
I
in
think we know
jail
the
because he's
four.
such a bad person.
Mm-hmm. Not that any of them are really great.
I think you need headphones, girl.
Oh no, hold on.
No.
Let me call you right back.
But all right. But even with Cassidy, like we have a date of her missing. We're gonna show you all this in a second, guys. Like James Phelps said the last time he saw her was like September 19th or 20th. I don't have my notes in front of me yet. But then if you go to the Missouri State Trooper page, they have her missing a 7/15/2021, which I found kind of either a typo or I don't know what. But I'm gonna figure it out. I can. Do you need the link still? Pam, if you want to come up too and tell us about Cassidy, I would love to know how she ended up there. ended up at the. Ugh. And then the people that have lived there. We went back and started looking at everyone that lived there to see what kind of people they were. And out of the 10 males that we could find, four are SOs. Well, two soon will be Mr. James Phelps and Timothy Norton. Hummingbird, you soar. And what were you doing playing soccer? Hummingbird, why were you playing soccer? Oh, I hope you have that on video, girl.
Can you hear me?
Oh, I don't even know who this is, guys. Hey. Oh, that's her. Yes.
Okay.
Your
Is that
picture is
better?
not there, is why.
Oh, I'm using my daughter's phone right now.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah,
No,
so I
you're
was
good.
just looking,
So go ahead and tell them about your Facebook.
yeah, I like to dig into people like for any reason if they're affiliated. I just kind of want to know their backstory. And so I was looking at James's family members and associates, and I found his sister-in-law on Facebook, and she had a lot to say actually about all of this. Let me see my phone real quick. I actually saved it, so hold on one sec.
Yeah, and we're thinking we're going to give Rice a call tomorrow and see if he's going to be giving us the new. See, because he claims that everyone that's a player in this has been arrested. I don't agree with that whatsoever. I think there's definitely a third player. Those fires didn't look like somebody just walked over and burnt down the property. Yeah, I'm too old for this crap, Hummingbird said. Aw,
Okay, so
you'll be
first,
okay. Rub some Asper cream. Go ahead.
she definitely mentioned the sheriff's article about what we read to you guys the other night, the whole cheese puffs and boxed wine. So she wanted to put her narrative out there. And then on October 4th, she said, "To all the assholes in the area, as if we don't have enough to deal with, you steal from us. And then, that ain't enough, you burn down the cabin." So now she's blaming her Facebook friends for burning down James's
Let
house.
me pull that up.
I just say the
And in
audacity.
fairness, I'm gonna pull it up.
Yeah, and then the next day, we had a lot of homemade dream catchers stolen, and they're important to us. We want to have them back. Talking about things stolen, and then I'm not adding anyone to Facebook these days because I don't want to answer any questions. I won't discuss anything y'all want to talk about. You have my number. Call me. So she's definitely going on the defensive here. I mean, I understand that if it were my family, I'd probably want to stick up a little too, but I wouldn't be blaming my Facebook friends for burning down my brother's house when he has detonation devices. I mean, come on.
You can't make it up. Your son, right, Josh?
What'd you say about Josh? Oh, yeah, that's Josh. He actually doesn't seem like a bad
The
person.
son's name is Josh.
Yeah, I checked them all
Where
out.
is that post that you just read?
So scroll up just a little. No, down. It's right above that. So that
You
she's
can knock
talking
us
about,
down, lie about us, and try to tear us apart. But we are family and stronger than most. That's Robbie Phelps. Oh, look at us being nosy and going into the Phelps Facebook page. I'm looking for James.
I definitely felt nosy, but when I saw we had a
Nah,
mutual friend,
this was October 1st.
I definitely sent a friend
Oh
request.
shit. Yeah, so she sent a friend request, so we'll see if she wants to be friends.
I don't want to be her friend, but I do have questions.
Oh. Did you see that post?
Oh, wow.
She's pretty blunt. Interesting. All right, so let's get into this little information we found out. I hope that Pam is not going to get upset. So we decided, guys, first of all, to make a map. And then jokingly, I made this little square when it first started out, but it was interesting how everything is staying inside the square of madness. We've been
And again,
busy.
we're not saying it's all connected, but there are some very strange similarities.
Oh, yeah, we're not saying that all of this is connected, but this is definitely a squirrel hole. Wait till we show you the girls that are missing from Kansas City and Joplin, too, just 21, and how similar everything is. Like, it's scary. Then there is, what was the pregnant girl's name?
Angela Hammond.
Was it Angela Hammond? Yeah, from Jefferson Street. Trudy Darby and Ann Kenny. And that has nothing to do with all of these females. And there's Cassidy right in the mix. And this is only from 2021, except for one 2020 accidentally got in there, and there's probably a reason for that. Because I have spidey sense, guys, in a spirit box. I'm only kidding. So yeah, you want to tell them about the addresses? You know the story good on the pregnant girl from Angela Hammond. Then
Yeah,
we
so
got the
hold on one
girls
sec. Let
from
me grab that page.
Joplin. Yeah. Tim Norton is a truck driver who supposedly sleeps in his truck. Who operated 6 Moon Valley Road, the Cannibal Farm. I'm sorry, Pam. In 1992 and 1993. I mean, I hate to say this, Pam, so please, but why keep her in a cage? Like, everyone says how she was.
Pamela, are you saying that Phelps was a clergyman?
I hope you put these. Yes, they did, Casby. The bomb squad detonated the tripwires, which blew up the majority of the property. Yeah, but the way the tripwires were set on the property was so. It was like a guy out of the Vietnam War with PTSD that was waiting for someone to come and he had his house completely booby trapped.
Okay, so James Phelps was a clergyman.
I mean, he had it. Okay, so yeah, we're learning about Phelps. Let me tell you something funny about Phelps, Pam, is they don't even have him in the system. Now, when we call and bug the sheriff, they tell us he's there in Dallas County. But you can't find him. It's like, I don't know why they don't want you to find him. Tim Norton you can find. Okay, so let's get into the men that. Why don't you tell them about the men that used to live there, and I'll pull up their thing.
Yes, so
10
we
men.
have 10 men who all come back within that same time frame. Like they've all lived here at some point together, it would almost seem, because first you have Raymond Warren, who is the owner of the house. And if I'm not mistaken, he was the owner of the house when it was built.
Yeah,
So, yeah. But all
we'll
of
get
these
into
other
Raymond because we're not done looking into him. Girl, you got to get a headset, I think, because I'm over talking you because I don't hear you talking until I'm talking. Huh? Yeah, it's really bad. You can email me. Wow, the bomb. Well, they said Carpe too that when they got there, that there was absolutely no evidence that Cassie was ever there. Like supposedly the loft was completely clean. And of course they burned. You have to do it however you doing it, girl, because tonight you sound. It might be the spirits since I played with the spirit box. I don't know. Or the black web people creeping in. I like to live on mild skies. Come on, girl, you can do it. Anyways, we went back searching onto the history of Moon Valley because I found it weird that Tim Norton, let me show you guys his picture in case you don't remember. You want the link again, girl? Here you go. So, what I found interesting is this property. So, the one that owns it is Warren, and he goes by another name, which we just found out tonight. That's why we were late because we're checking out. Yeah, I don't even know why I was late. But so there was 10 men that we could go back and find like in a reasonable time since the house has been there. Obviously, it's not long, and 10 men have lived there. Out of the 10 men, guess how many are on the SO offender list? Not including John Phelps and Norton because they're not on the list in Missouri. Now, I don't know if he's on the list in a different state. We're going to figure all that out, but he is a truck driver. What kind of truck driver is he? An over
the road.
Over wrecker? Over something?
Over the road.
Hey, Andy Cruz pod trash. No, not 10. Out of the 10, there was two. Two. You got two other
Not
ones, not including Phelps
yeah.
and not including Norton. And these two are bad, and we've already shown you one, which is this one, Kenneth Smith, which I'm not even reading his stuff, guys. I'll zoom in for you. Come on, you can do it. Let me close this creeper.
And remember, we said there were
that
4
lived
men
there in
involved.
2015. Yeah. And then this creeper lived there. This one's scary. Eddie Feck. No. No. Hang on a second. Eddie Feck is in jail, though. But he still wasn't in jail for a long time. Let me see. What are the odds, though? And then what are the odds of James Phelps moving in his address there in 2011? We're going to go back to the map and show you the addresses because it's like a little ring. Do you remember when they said that he had connections to property in Preston?
Mm-hmm.
Well, tell him the connection there, girl.
Well, that would be Miss Jeanette.
Tell him what it is.
What is it?
Yeah, your new future Facebook friend.
Yeah. So,
right? And her brother Charles.
Yeah. Well, her husband Charles. I'm assuming it's their property, because it's under her name. So, And they're in Preston. And they said that they're investigating properties in Preston. So what are the odds? And they lived with him. So again, what are the odds?
Odds are that's the connection to the
Mr.
land in Preston, and we'll be. Huh?
Sorry, I think I
Yeah,
misspoke
now
over
you
you.
got feedback again. Ooh. No, I think you. I'm gonna send her some AirPods. Oh, Angel, there's a lot to this. So this guy right here used to live there. He's just a nasty person. He's in jail though. So there's him, there's Timothy, there's Phelps, and there's Norton. Same age. We haven't really looked at his background or where he's from. He's kind of new to today. And then we go back into the maps. Something's going on here, guys.
Creepy.
And tell them too about the post office boxes.
Yeah,
I mean,
why
wherever
do
one lived, the other one was right on their butts.
they all have
I don't.
multiple PO boxes, all in corresponding cities over years? And like they might have 2 or 3 at the same time in the same city. It doesn't make any sense. What are they doing?
I mean, look at here. There's one point where they are sitting here, United States Post Office, James Phelps, right down the road at the very post office in Preston is a PO box for Tim Norton. Ties into
And
Preston.
Kenneth
There's.
Smith too.
Go ahead.
Kenneth
Oh
Smith
yeah,
also
and then
has
we
the
got
PO
Kenneth
boxes with
Smith.
him.
We got Kenneth Smith on Capri. We've got James Phelps on First. Sounds like a baseball game. But the weird thing is, the next move that we need to do is we need to figure out, get his CDL license to whatever company he drove for. I mean, state. And then we need to find out what James Norton what he did and what kind of trucker he was and where he went. Because I'll tell you what, this Joplin area and this Kansas City area, at the time that Cassidy went missing, look at this list of girls. This list of girls, the same age, the same locations, and some of them don't even have pictures. And Cassidy is on this list. And there's Cassidy.
Which
Hey,
I think that's a typo.
Michael, you made it out. Look at there's Michael. He made it out of the dark web. Hey,
Yay!
Michael, you're missing some really interesting stuff. Now, on this list now, guys, hang on. Now, we know that somebody's already in jail for one of these girls' murders, but we're not buying. Supposedly, for the blonde girl's name again. Oh my gosh. What is her name? Not Angela Hammond. She was the pregnant one. Trudy Darby was the blonde, right? Or was that Cheryl Ann Kenny?
I want to say Cheryl was the
Iconic.
blonde.
Who was the blonde?
I think Cheryl.
Let me pull her up real quick.
Monkey
Let me
or not
pull her
Monkey.
up real quick.
Angel says that she says I might be on delay for you, but not for her, and that you keep breaking up.
Yeah, your mic is off tonight. You're breaking up a little bit, and then I think
Well,
you have like a
I
longer
tried
delay than me, and that's why
I
we're
tried my
talking over
phone,
each other.
my daughter's phone, and my computer, so I don't know.
Do you have YouTube open on a back thing by any chance? 'Cause you
No,
don't need
ma'am.
it. Do you have the sound on YouTube? Huh.
No.
Michael, what did you find out? Okay, hang on, Michael. You can't break the concentration real quick. So, okay, I'll be right. I want to show them Cheryl. What's her name again? My gosh, I'm brain dead with all these names tonight. Cheryl Ann Kenny. Let me find her post real quick. How long has she been gone for, though?
A little while. I changed notebooks today, so I don't know if I have that.
I got her. Unsolved mystery. Here she is. Yeah, that's her. Oh, that's what it was. The connection in Nevada. 1991. I forget why we were looking into her, but something about her was connected with something.
It was a guy they had in common.
Let me go back into this map, guys. You can't make this up. And it was funny because in the circle too is that other guy that we decided to put in. Anyone that was in the square, because it was weird how they were all filling in, was to Stephen Garrison. Tim Norton. But look at, like, wherever they live right next to each other. I mean, you can't make it up. I mean, it's like right down the road. Here's Tim Norton. I mean, Tim Norton. And here's James Phelps. And they like to be by the highways.
Yep, main highways to main cities.
And they have been going back and forth with that address since 1992 and 1993. Supposedly, Tim Norton lived there. And then 2011, Phelps moves in. 2015, we've got, oh gosh, Kenneth Smith living there. We're not exactly sure of the date when Feck lived there, that name, but we'll figure it all out. And then, of course, we're going to look into these girls. Let me show you this, guys. You can't make this up. Let me see if I can get bigger on this. And all of these girls, besides one, went missing around the same time as Cassidy, a little bit after, up onto the date when they got arrested, minus one. She was from 10-1. It's all down in Kansas City, and it's like it's it, it's such a coincidence that it's scary.
The
Do we
ages
think
and then
all
how
of this is
close.
attached? No, we don't think it's all attached, but something is going on. When you get the map, I can't wait to call Rice tomorrow. And you look at the two corners, you got Kansas City and you got one. And you got the farm right here. It's like almost dead center from all of it. And I did leave Echo Lloyd's house here, which is right here. Stag Drive. I mean, I know
It's
it's
almost
some
like
mileage apart. It's not like. Go ahead.
it's almost like they're near the main highway, and knowing that the one guy's a truck driver, it's just so perfect that he could just get out there on the road and go either way and get these girls.
You know what, Pam? Another thing, we had the last address for Cassidy before she ended up at the Phelps place at the 107 Frisco Street. And when you see that, that's actually pretty close to where he lived. I'm really curious to know how they met, and maybe her new Facebook friend will tell her.
I'm definitely going to ask.
And what else do we have? We need to look into these girls and see what the cause of their disappearance is. The age to be runaways whatsoever. And these aren't everyone. There's could have been probably 6 or 10 more girls we could have put on here. But considering the age and just like what's the word to use?
The
I don't know.
pattern.
I don't want to say anything wrong. Huh? Yeah, just the
I
ages,
see
the
a pattern.
patterns, the where they went missing from. So we're gonna look into these girls. What else do we have? 24th is when Phelps said he contacted Norton to come help him hold down. I hate to say that with her cousin here, but to help him with Cassidy. Oh, and then we have her Pinterest. So sad. What does she have? Two of them, you said?
Yeah, barely anything, but I just liked the picture of her with her son. It was sweet. Her stuff was about being a mom.
Yeah, it's a cute picture. He's a baby. Sad. But unfortunately, I don't think Cassidy was the only one that has ever stayed at the cabin on Moon Valley. And that's the scary part.
Like they said, there's up to 13 other sets of remains, and this has been going on for decades. And it's sad that it took up
Yeah, it's
until
been going
now
on for a
to figure
while.
it out.
I mean, these were girls that were in that area that are that age group. They kind of match, like, you know what I mean? Like, just kind of like the demographics of an area of what they kind of like, what it seems like. It was hard to explain, it just kind of fit. But this was it. This was only 2021, and there was 6 to 8 that were like, let's not put them on. And that's a lot of people missing at that same exact time in Joplin and Kansas City. And I know people go missing every day, but it's just, I want to know what Tim Norton did as far as what kind of truck route he had and what kind of trucker he was. Over the what
It was
wrecker?
over the road, over the road. Which, okay, so you can be a local
Over
driver
the
or you can be
road
over the road
trucker.
driver. Yeah.
Hmm. But what are the odds? Like those people living at the house, like 4 people out of 10 that are not wired right. Hello, Jessica. Hey, David. Hi, Tiffany. They're definitely not wired right. Let's go back again. I can't get over the map.
Yeah, that map haunts me.
And then I had Cassidy also out of Commercial Street, 420 East. And tonight we're not even going to discuss anything about the Springfield 3 because that's a whole nother subject. So this is where Anne went missing. Nevada. Something about her was of importance, but I can't remember. I'm brain dead. For all the information we took in tonight, this is where Angela Hammond went missing, the pregnant girl on the phone with the boyfriend. Right?
Yes, ma'am. Her name was Angela Hammond. She was 20. She was missing April 4th, 1991.
And then all of these addresses. I think the best one is right here when you've got Kenneth Smith, James at the post office, Tim Norton at the post office, This is where Trudy Darby went missing from, Max Creek. Yeah, guys, we're gonna dig on this. We're waiting for Mr. Sheriff Rice to come up with a update, but we're gonna call him tomorrow because he's taking long cheese balls. I know he's gonna be mean, so we're kind of preparing ourselves. But there's something here that's just absolutely scary. And I hate to say it, I don't think Cassidy was the Phelps's only guest. You don't have cages like that and do stuff like that. Like this is like not something that you just wake up and say, "Let's build a cage and go catch a girl."
No, it
This
definitely
is a
takes
long
steps.
term thing.
No, it definitely takes steps.
Yeah. And it's weird how the SOs are tied so into this, like the two of them, Kenneth Smith and Feck. It's just such higher numbers to like to all be at that one address and all have these issues. You know? Like this one, like
Yeah,
he's scary.
considering this house was built in 91, 92. This house was built in 91.
Yeah, it was built in 91 or 92, and now we found out that the owner has an alias that we found out late tonight. So now we need to dig on his alias. And the weird part was is that at the times that Norton and Phelps lived there, in between Kenneth living there and then this guy living there. I mean, you can't make it up. This guy's a monster. I mean, look at that.
Like the comment said, at a certain point it stops becoming coincidence. At a certain point it stops becoming coincidence, and it becomes red flags.
Yeah, it does.
And it becomes red flags.
Now, do I think, like I said earlier, this is all tied in together? No, but there's definitely girls that are missing the same time just before her, and we haven't even gone into 2020. I would have been like 2 hours late. So they're weird. All four of them are weird. It's just too much of a coincidence. Those four people live at that address. I mean, that guy had himself in there like he was in Fort Knox. You know, and how did they know the exact time to set it off? Did it maybe have like a timer on it to where it's so bizarre? Because the fire started first. Okay, so we know that they pulled the tripwire and they blew the rest of it up. That's. But the question is who set the fire before it caused the police to get there, to call the bomb squad to get there? Like who started the initial fire?
Bingo. Bingo.
That's the question. Now, obviously, the one guy couldn't have started it. He's in prison. Could Kenneth Smith have started it? He could have. Shit, James Phelps' brother Charles could have set it off. But Pam says there's four, and we've got three, a 3.5. Yeah, I'm gonna get off. You need to get earpods. All right, guys. So that's the new update on Cassidy. And like I said, I'm gonna call in the morning, and I'll tell you guys what he said in Discord. Neighbors, maybe. Well, Benton, the only neighbor seems to be the kid that owns the golf clubs and the golf course, and the one that drove over and showed that girl running on the trail bend or something that looked like she was half naked. You do have cheese balls. I'm actually gonna post that picture and this tomorrow. She bought cheese balls. I told her to use a toothpick. All right, guys, that's all I've got. I got to get my butt to bed. I have work in, I don't know, 7.5 hours. Thank you all for coming in. H Bird, I'm going to call you quick and say goodnight to you. Be safe, guys. Keep your babies close. Okay, Michael Michaels. Also, guys, let me drop it one more time. Did you guys the link for the part one of the book? Because tomorrow night, guys, I'm gonna do part two. And holy smoke, does this book take a turn? I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe my ears. Like, I have to go clean them out. That picture. I just saw a thumbnail of someone's face on the front of my YouTube, and that was actually pretty funny. It's so funny. I'm completely confused of what I was just doing right now. I'll show you the picture. Oh, I need a good laugh. Uh, do you remember what we were talking about earlier, Iconic, about the face? Yeah, you can't make this up.
Mm.
All right, hang on one second. Uh, all right, guys, here it is. It's only an hour long. Oh, I love when Hummingbird says that. And then, guys, the Discord link is on the front of my YouTube page, like on top where the other things are, Twitter and stuff. All right, guys, good night. Have a good night. Have a good week. H Bird, I'm going to call you. Iconic, I'll call you after H Bird. Later, guys.